Hey, hi everyone. In this particular video, we are going to learn about the complete CRUD operation in MongoDB with the help of a very important example. Now, what is CRUD? Well, CRUD stands for create, read, update, and delete, right? These are all operations that we do with a document that we store in MongoDB, right? So, first of all, we will start with the create, then we will move to the read, and then to the update, and then to the delete. So, let's start creating or inserting a document. So for that, let's go to the MongoDB shell. So we are inside our Office database. But before that, let's see that how many databases I have. So show DBS, you can check. I'm having the database Office here and on which I'm going to work. Now let's check for the collection inside this Office. Show collections. And here the collection name is user only, right? Users. So this is what we are going to use. So inserting any data inside the database collection, what we need to do, we need to write db. Well, db stands for the name, the current database that you are using, right? So this is Office. So db dot the collection name, that is users dot insert many. If you want to insert only one data, you can use insert one instead of insert many. But if you want to insert lots of data at a time, you can use insert many, right? So where the m should be capital. So MANY, put a bracket. After putting the bracket, when you are inserting lots of data, so you need to put it in the form of array. So put a open bracket like this, right? Let's go to the next line, and here I'm going to put all these different data. So let's take these from the notes. Yeah, I'm having these three different data document. You can check. This is in the form of curly bracket, inside of which I'm having the key colon value. The value is inside this apostrophe. Why? Because this is a string. In the case of integer, we need not to put any quotations there, right? Similarly, there's a city. So let's just copy it, or let's copy all three. So this all three is copied. Let's paste it here. You can check, right? So this is how it looks when it get placed inside this insert many. Now let's close this square bracket and then this parenthesis and press enter, and you can check the acknowledge is true. That means my data is successfully inserted. Now insert id is your index, right? And this object id is created by the MongoDB by itself, right? Now let's go to the MongoDB compass and check. So this is my MongoDB compass, and if I just refresh it, so you can check this Office is having a collection users, and when I go to the user and refresh it, these all three data which I inserted just now is now here. So these are the documents, right? The name, age, city of this first one, second one, third one. This is how it works, right? Now let's move forward towards the nodes. Now after this creation, right, this create part, let's go to this R, which is read, right? So this is the read where we view the data, how we see the data which is already inserted, right? So for that purpose, we use this find method, right? Or to check any specific, we use this find one or this find. But the thing important is that we need to put a filter inside of it, right? This filter does what? That it takes out the first document which matches the particular condition which is given in this filter, right? Let's say here the name is Aman. In that particular case, it checks all the document, and in the first document which it finds where the name is Aman, it will give it as a result, right? So let's start working with it, right? So I go here. Let's do CLS. Everything is clear now. Now db.users.find. If you put just find and put a bracket in the next, right, here you are not giving any condition. That means you want all the data set. So if I press enter, you can check I got all the data set here, right? Now let's CLS. After that, let's check for any one particular document. So I want this one, right? I want this one. So here let's take this filter where the name is Aman, right? I want a document where the name is Aman. So for that particular purpose, I will do what? db.users dot db.users dot then find or find many. When you put find one, in that particular case, it will give you only one data set, right? One particular document which first matches with your condition. And in case of find, it will give all the data or the document that matches your condition. That's the case. So I'm going with the find one here. Find one put a bracket. Now for giving the condition, we need to put the curly bracket like this, and here write name, which is your key, and the value is what? Aman, like this. Let's close it like this and press enter, and you can check I got this particular document here, right? So this is how we use it. Now moving forward towards the next part, which is for U, and U stands for update, right? So let's check for this update, which is modify data. How we use it? Well, simply there's a very simple syntax of it, that is first db.user, which is your database and the collection, and then we use this updateOne, and there's another thing which is updateMany. Now after putting this, we need first this one. This is what? This is your filter, right? In the find one, what we are doing, we were putting a filter. That filter was helping us to take out the data, right? That particular specific data. The same thing happens here. This particular filter help us to take out that particular document, and on that we use this is used to update the data, right? Got it? Now let me just show you that how it works. Similar thing happens here also, that this updateOne updates only the first data which matches with this particular condition, and updateMany edits or updates every data set that matches this particular condition, right? Now let's move forward towards working with it in the real. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to write db.users.update, okay, update one like this, put a bracket here. After putting the bracket, what we need to do, we first need to give a filter, right? So let's take the data from here. Okay, the name Piyush is present here, so I'm going to use the same, right? So let's press enter and put a curly bracket like this. The name is your key, the value is your Piyush, right? Like this. After that, let's put a comma here and press enter. You come to the next line, right? After that, you need to write the query for updating, right? So for that, put a curly bracket like this and put a dollar sign, then dollar sign, and then set. Like here, dollar sign, set, and then put a colon. Why this dollar sign? Because you are setting, you are updating, right? That's why. So put a colon here. After that, curly bracket, and put, let's say I want to change the age from 22 to 25, so make it 25 like this, right? Close the last bracket and put a comma. There's no need of comma now, and after this you just simply just close this particular bracket, right? So let's press enter and just close this parenthesis and press enter, and you can check the acknowledge is true, means it is successfully done. Now matched count, match count means this filter that is showing your matched count. Then modified count is what? That this particular age is now modified, right? So if you go and check in your compass, refresh it, and you can check that age is now 25, right? So this is how it works. This is how your update works. Okay, fine. Now coming up to the last, which is how we remove a data. Well, for removing any single user, the same thing which you used to do in the find part, right, where we were putting a filter, same thing happens here also. Just put delete one instead of find one. You put delete one, and then like this, the name has whatever the name present here, right? And then delete multiple users. For that, just write delete many, and all the name, all the filter, all the document that is containing this particular filter will get delete all the data, right? So let's learn with the help of this particular example. So what I'm going to do is just db.users.delete1, put a bracket. After putting the bracket, you need to put this field for the filter, right? And I want the filter where the name is Piyush, right? So I want to delete this. Just simply close the bracket, and after that, when you press enter, you can check the acknowledge is true, delete count is 1. And now if you go to your compass and check for the data or the documents present here, just refresh it, and you can check the Piyush one is now deleted. There are only 2 left, right? So this is how we perform our delete operations, right? And now if you want to check that db.users.find, so it will give you that only 2 are present, right? You can again run the query for the read operation, that is db.users dot find, and you can check only two data set are here, right? This is what I was telling. So this is all about today's video. I hope you understood the concept that how we perform the create, read, update and the delete operation in the MongoDB. And this is a very simple example but very effective and very important to understand. So thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.